Pastime. A pastime is an activity done for fun that you do often.
In the U.S., baseball is considered the national pastime.
Admonish. To admonish someone is to tell them you disapprove of their behavior.
The teacher admonished Mark because he was chewing gum in class.
Trivial. If something is trivial, it is not important or meaningful.
Television is trivial, but learning to read is very important.
Ignorant. If someone is ignorant about something, they have no knowledge about it.
I'm a bit ignorant about his theories. Can you explain them to me?
Suit. A suit is a set of clothes. It usually includes a jacket with pants or a skirt.
I wore my new suit on my date with Melissa.
Rail. A rail is a horizontal bar made of metal or wood.
The cat was sitting on the rail of the fence.
Gratitude. Gratitude is a feeling of being thankful.
The kids showed Aunt Tess much gratitude for visiting them.
Oblige. To oblige someone means to require them to do something.
If I wanted to have playtime, I was obliged to clean my room once a week.
Account. An account with a bank is an arrangement to keep one's money there.
After I paid for the new car, my bank account was nearly empty.
Impending. If something is impending, it is going to happen soon.
The student was nervous about his impending test.
Enclose. To enclose something is to contain it.
The cows in the field were enclosed by a fence.
Breeze. A breeze is a soft wind.
The breeze caused the leaves to fall off the tree.
Alongside. If something is alongside another thing, then it is next to it.
We work alongside each other in the office.
Worthwhile. If something is worthwhile, it is important or useful.
On his visit to Canada, he realized studying English was worthwhile.
Surrender. To surrender something is to give it up.
The thief surrendered the money to the police when he was caught.
Enchant. To enchant someone is to make them feel very interested or happy.
The beautiful woman enchanted everybody in the room.
Belly. The belly is the stomach of a person or animal.
His belly was full because he ate a lot of food.
Disrespect. Disrespect is rudeness or a behavior that shows a lack of respect.
He showed disrespect by arguing with his boss during a meeting.
Alternative. An alternative is something that you can choose instead of your first choice.
Her first plan to make extra money seemed weak, so she chose an alternative.
Utter. To utter a word or a sound means to say it.
The lost boy was so scared that he could barely utter a single word.
Express. To express a feeling or idea means to show others how one thinks or feels.
The nurse expressed her sympathy for the sick patient.
Sprinkle. To sprinkle means to scatter something all over something else.
He sprinkled the pasta with salt and black pepper.
Dough. Dough is a mixture of flour and water that becomes bread when baked.
I made heart-shaped cookies from the dough.
Leash. A leash is a rope or chain that is used to lead an animal.
A lot of dogs must wear a leash to keep them from running away.
Foresee. To foresee something is to know about it before it happens.
The teacher didn't foresee any problems with her large class.
Bruise. A bruise is a dark mark caused by being hit by something.
She got a bruise on her knee from falling down.
Staircase. A staircase is a set of stairs found inside a building.
The staircase leads directly into the kitchen.
Breakdown. A breakdown is a failure to work correctly.
Her car had a breakdown and she wasn't sure how to fix it.
Afflicted. Afflicted means to suffer physically or mentally.
He was afflicted by pain in his right arm.
Cross. To cross means to go from one side to the other side.
We used his boat to cross to the other side of the lake.
Comment. To comment means to say something that shows your personal opinion.
Tom commented on the poor quality of the food.
Teller. A teller is a person who works with a bank's customers.
The teller at the bank helped Kelly put money into a savings account.
Ignorant. If someone is ignorant about something, they have no knowledge about it.
I'm a bit ignorant about his theories. Can you explain them to me?
Disease. A disease is an illness that causes specific problems.
He had a disease that caused him to lose his hearing.
Literature. Literature is books, plays, and poetry.
Early American literature covers the poetry and stories from 1500 to 1800.
Chronicle. To chronicle something means to record an event or speech.
The daily newspaper chronicles local and world events.
Temper. A temper is someone's mood or a chance that they might get angry.
She has a temper. Even the slightest mistakes make her angry.
Reduce. To reduce something means to make it less in size or number.
When the store reduced its prices, people wanted to shop there.
Offspring. Offspring are the children of a person or the babies of an animal.
The dog's offspring had the same color of fur as she did.
Foster. To foster a feeling or a skill means to help it develop.
She helped foster a sense of calm in the little boy.
Withhold. To withhold something is to not give it to someone.
They withheld all information until she paid her fine.
Equilibrium. Equilibrium is the balance between different forces.
The sudden drop in prices upset the equilibrium of the economy.
Migrate. To migrate means to move from one place to another.
Many birds migrate to warmer countries in the winter.
Species. A species is a type of plant or animal.
There are 21 different species of butterfly in this forest.
Decisive. If someone is decisive, they make decisions quickly.
Our boss is very decisive, so it did not take long to organize the project.
Sprinkle. To sprinkle means to scatter something all over something else.
He sprinkled the pasta with salt and black pepper.
Promptly. If something happens promptly, it happens quickly or on time.
Arrive promptly, or we won't have time to discuss everything.
Tropics. The tropics are the areas of land and sea close to the equator.
People like to go to the tropics for vacation because it's warm.
Contagious. If a disease is contagious, it is easily carried from one person to another.
You must wear protective clothing because the patient's illness is contagious.
Extinguish. To extinguish a fire means to make it stop.
Michael extinguished the small fire with the hose.
Beast. A beast is a large, dangerous animal.
A lion is one of the fiercest beasts on earth.
Formation. A formation is the way that something is made.
The formation of ice happens when water freezes.
Exotic. Exotic describes something unusual because it is from far away.
Rebecca tried many exotic foods on her trip to Africa.
Federal. If something is federal, it comes from the government of a country.
Sometimes federal laws are different from state laws.
Frequency. The frequency of something is the number of times that it happens.
The frequency of rainstorms is very high, especially during the spring.
Comprehensive. If something is comprehensive, it has all the details about something else.
The teacher gave us a comprehensive review for the exam.
Frequency. The frequency of something is the number of times that it happens.
The frequency of rainstorms is very high, especially during the spring.
Satisfactory. If something is satisfactory, it is good enough.
Mina often received satisfactory grades since she studied so hard.
Discourage. To discourage someone is to make them feel less excited about something.
Mr. Perry discouraged the students from quitting school.
Lodge. A lodge is a house in the mountains used by people who hunt or fish.
During our ski trip, we stayed at a lodge.
Sensation. A sensation is a feeling a person gets from their senses.
Mom got a painful sensation in her head from the loud noise.
Grateful. When you are grateful for something, you are happy that it happened.
The girls were grateful to have a chance to spend time with their grandfather.
Kid. To kid is to make a joke to make someone believe something which is not true.
I'm not really mad. I was kidding when I said I was angry.
Bunch. A bunch is a group of the same things.
She was hungry, so she ate the entire bunch of grapes.
Curl. A curl is a small piece of something with a round shape.
The colorful ribbons were bent into curls.
Pulse. A pulse is the beat of the heart.
The doctor checked the patient's pulse by feeling his wrist.
Hood. A hood is part of a coat that goes over your head.
She put on her hood to keep her head warm.
Riddle. A riddle is a question that is difficult to answer but meant to be funny.
I could not answer Wendy's riddle, but it made me laugh.
Wicked. If something is wicked, it is very bad or evil.
My boss is a very wicked man.
Skeleton. A skeleton is the bones of a body.
There was a skeleton in the science classroom.
Shortly. If something will happen shortly, it will happen very soon.
My workday will end shortly.
Nourish. To nourish something is to give it food that it needs to live.
A good mother will nourish her baby every day.
Fancy. If something is fancy, it is nicer than normal.
Their table was all set for a fancy dinner.
Bulletin. A bulletin is a news report that talks about very recent and important events.
There was a live bulletin reporting on the economy of the city.
Worm. A worm is a small animal with a long, thin body.
Worms are often used to help catch fish.
Execute. To execute someone means to kill them as a legal punishment.
Some people are executed for serious crimes.
Endure. To endure something tough means to do or go through it.
She had to endure her husband shouting all day long.
Console. To console someone who is sad means to make them comforted.
When my dog ran away, my dad consoled me.
Drawer. A drawer is a small part in furniture that is used to store things.
I put my clothes into the empty drawers.
Tremendous. When something is tremendous, it is very large.
The Earth's oceans are filled with a tremendous amount of water.
Veterinarian. A veterinarian is a doctor that takes care of animals.
Wanda became a veterinarian because she loves dogs.
Ambitious. If someone is ambitious, they want to be rich or successful.
Kendra had to be ambitious to get into medical school.
Enthusiastic. To be enthusiastic about something is to be excited by or interested in it.
The man was enthusiastic about his job.
Rub. To rub something is to push on it and move your hand back and forth.
Mom's feet were sore, so she rubbed them.
Anniversary. An anniversary is a day that celebrates something from the past.
My parents went out to eat for their wedding anniversary.
Elegant. If something is elegant, it is very fancy and pleasing.
In Japan, women wear elegant kimonos on special occasions.
Fabric. Fabric is cloth used to make clothes, furniture, etc.
The towels were made from a soft fabric.
Carpenter. A carpenter is a person who builds things with wood.
We hired a carpenter to make a cupboard.
Highlands. The highlands are high areas of land, usually with mountains.
The man had a small home in the highlands.
Ivory. Ivory is a white, hard substance that comes from elephants.
The elephant's long ivory tusks looked very impressive.
Strain. To strain is to try very hard.
Casey strained to lift the heavy box.
Torture. Torture is something that causes you physical or mental pain.
Greg thought that writing the essay was torture.
Ail. To ail a person or group is to cause difficulty or pain.
My brother went to the doctor to see what was ailing him.
Sore. When a part of your body is sore, it hurts.
After lifting the heavy box, Mona's back was sore.
Bounce. To bounce is to move something up and away from a surface after hitting it.
Owen bounced the ball on the ground.
Nod. To nod is to move your head up and down.
I nodded my head as I listened to the song.
Reproduce. To reproduce is to make something exactly how someone else did it.
The children tried to reproduce their house using toy blocks.
Pat. To pat something is to hit it softly with your hand.
I patted some lotion onto my face.
Creep. To creep is to move quietly and slowly.
The cat slowly crept down the tree.
Absence. Absence is the state of something being away.
There is an absence of sand in the hourglass.
Divorce. Divorce is an event in which a marriage is ended.
Divorce rates have increased in the past 20 years.